Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and your situation. And release the rest to the universe. Well, this says outer turmoil. It comes with number 59, if anyone resonates with number 59, but we'll get to the numbers in a little bit. This says battles, arguments, and unnecessary conflicts. Feels their world is falling apart. Literally, that's what it says. Physical world filled with chaos, confusion, and destruction. Well, I do feel that your person is having to deal with a lot of stuff right now. It seems that their entire world could be very definitely falling apart for them. They could have a lot of unexpected expenses cropping up out of nowhere. Perhaps something broke in the house. Perhaps they're having to replace an appliance. Perhaps they have some area of their home that flooded. Perhaps they have some sort of part of their roof cave in. Perhaps they're having problems with their vehicle. And you know what it's like when we have these times in our lives when it's just one thing piles on top of another and we think, oh my God, is anything going to make it stop? But yet, your person is having to deal with this right now. And many times when we have to deal with outer turmoil, it creates a lot of inner turmoil for us as well, right? Because when you are dealing with a lot of stressful situations around you, you can feel stressed inside because that's just our natural reaction to having to deal with all of those issues that we were not expecting. Whether it's problems with our finances, problems with our family, problems with our friends, problems with our car, problems with different things that we have going on, perhaps with our job, with our career, perhaps losing a job or being unable to change jobs, desiring a promotion and not being able to make that happen. Whatever it is for this person, they are having to deal with it, and they are having to stand and face the music without having your presence in their life. And they are having to work through these things all by themselves, not liking it at the moment because this outer turmoil could also be some karma that your person is having to deal with. You know, when we really hurt someone, especially when we bring a lot of emotional devastation to somebody, the universe does not reward us for that, right? But they do drop some karma on our heads to wake us up and shake us up. And perhaps this is happening for your person, for some of you out there right now. Having to deal with the karma for how they treated you, the universe is going to teach us in the best way that they can by waking us up, by having us deal with a lot of different things in our lives all at once, because that is the only way that we can truly surrender. I can't take this anymore. I am surrendering all of this because it's just too much. The car is broken, the dishwasher's broken, the roof fell in, we had a storm that came through and I haven't had power for 6 days, I lost my job, and on the list goes. I feel that this could be some things that your person is dealing with. Whatever this person is having to deal with, it is definitely awakening them to the fact that it is difficult to go it alone. On the other side of this card, it says, I feel my life is falling apart and I don't know what to do. Whatever can go wrong has gone wrong, but the one thing that felt right was you. So your person is having to deal with a lot of stuff at the moment, knowing that you are not there to help them, to hear them out, to give them guidance, to give them advice, just to be a sounding board for them, to listen to them, to validate them, to pat them on the back, to make them cookies, to give them a massage, to make them a nice bath. Whatever your person would need for comfort, they are not able to get that comfort from you because you are not in each other's lives right now by their actions, by their choices, by their behavior, by the way. So they are also having to feel a lot of inner turmoil because they know that they have blown it with you and they wish that you were there next to them to help them work through the issues that they are having to face and address. But this is giving them a wake-up call, a big, powerful wake-up call that this person needs, that life without you is not so much fun. It is not so spectacular. It is quite miserable, actually, is what I'm hearing coming in from this person. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this card comes with number 59. If that number resonates with anybody, it could be someone's age, the age that you were when you met each other. It could be May 9th. It could be September 5th. But also, if we add 5 plus 9 together, we do get 14, which resolves to 5, which is about change. And I feel that this is telling us that change is coming into this connection with your person, because they are definitely receiving at the moment this massive wake-up call that they need to get them moving to come back in your direction. Ghosted. Unable to confront feelings or what they are feeling. Wants to avoid conflicts, explanation, and self-introspection. Convenient to run instead of facing other person's reaction. Well, this can be several of the reasons why this person has chosen to ghost you, why they've chosen to be silent and stay in this place of no contact with you, although that is something that's going to change. I really believe this person is going to stop the ghosting and start making their way back towards you and open these lines of communication. But I feel that this ghosting, this no contact, this silence has happened because your person did not want to confront the feelings that they had for you. And what better way than to not have to tell you how they feel about you, to not be able to explain their feelings and the emotions and the love that they feel for you, because they didn't have the emotional maturity to do that. I'm just going to shut down. I'm just going to go radio silent. I'm just going to go poof and disappear like a ghost. And then when you try to reach out to them, all you hear is crickets coming back at you, cricket noise, because this person is silent and they are not responding to your phone calls, to your texts, to your emails, or any other kind of communication that you try to send to them. Wants to avoid conflicts, explanation, and self-introspection. When your person met you, they knew in that moment that the two of you met that something very powerful, something very significant was happening in their life. And you guys watching the reading, you probably felt something as well. You can call it a click, you could call it a spark, you could call it a jolt from the universe, from the divine, whatever it was that this person felt. They knew that when they met you, that their life was going to have to change, that they were going to have to grow up, that they were going to have to put on the big person pants, and that they were going to have to wear them. They knew that it was a time for emotional maturity and stability. They also knew that they were going to have to explain themselves, and that they were going to have to be accountable and responsible to you in regard to having an adult relationship. But your person didn't want to have that adult relationship. So they created problems. They ran, they ghosted, they sabotaged this relationship. They didn't want to explain themselves, and they certainly didn't want to go through the growth that they knew was going to be required of them so that they could put on and wear that big person pants and be emotionally mature. They didn't want to do this self-introspection, so they decided to shut down, to run away, to be silent, to stay in this place of no contact, thinking that they could just run away from all of this. But as you've heard me say before, that is not how these connections work. When it's time to change, we have to change. We can try to run from it. We can try to ghost it. We can try to delay the growth that we're going through. And that is what your person has done, actually, because they're having to go through the growth anyway. Regardless, it's just that they've delayed it by denying the connection, by running, by ghosting, by shutting down. They still have to have that growth because they agreed to have these life lessons and experiences before they were born for their spiritual growth and awakening, which is the reason why we are on the planet anyway. We are here to grow, to evolve, and to change. And for the perfection of our souls, which takes many, many lifetimes. We all can't get it figured out in one lifetime, no matter how hard we try, which is why we do come back to Earth many times to have these life lessons and experiences for the perfection of our souls and for our spiritual growth. But your person wasn't ready for it, but they're getting these lessons and they're getting this growth now. This also says convenient to run instead of facing other person's reaction. You know, if your person had said to you, we need to take a time out, this is moving too quickly, this is too fast, I don't like what's happening, I feel like I'm losing control of my emotions, can we just slow it down? It would have hurt your feelings. But they didn't want to face your reaction because they knew that having that conversation with you was going to hurt you. But it would have made you feel better, right? To know what was going on instead of just poof, disappearing like a ghost. So rather than face you and listen to what you have to say back to them and see your reaction and deal with that, they just decided to disappear, which is not fair to you. Again, why they are experiencing outer turmoil in their lives, perhaps with some karma. I'm sorry I had to run, but I couldn't tell you how I felt. It was easier for me to walk away instead of having to explain myself. Well, your person may have walked away without having to explain themselves. Your person may have run away without telling you what was going on with them. And your person may very well be a ghost at the moment. But they are going to have to return and explain themselves because that as well is part of this soul contract, this soul blueprint that this person has for this lifetime, not only with the divine, with their angels and guides, with God, but with you. So this ghosting stuff is just a delaying tactic because ultimately they're going to have to come back and explain everything to you. They should have explained it to you to begin with, and then everything would be in a much different place than where it is now, right? Absolutely. This card comes with number 68. If anyone resonates with 68, that could be June 8th. It could be August 6th. Although 6 plus 8 equals, isn't that 14? 6 plus 8 is 14. This is 14 as well. Wow, 5. That's all about change. Change is coming into this connection for you and this person. But let's see what else is coming through for this message at the moment. Let's see what else we need to hear. Sentimentality. Having a hard time letting go, examining photos and thinking about the past. Strong emotional feelings while thinking about memories. Well, this person can't let you go because they are thinking about you all the time. Taking trips down memory lane, looking at old photos, rereading your messages to each other, either through direct message, through email, through text, getting a hit of your energy. And this side says, the memories of us bring me joy but agony at the same time. Well, that's a bittersweet experience, isn't it? I think about you continuously, and you are never far from my thoughts. Well, it's time for this person to stop feeling sentimental and start taking action. Your person is experiencing a lot of strong emotions as they reflect upon your shared experiences with each other, as they consider these memories, as they get into that place of feeling very nostalgic. They experience a very strong emotional reaction to all of this, like their heart is pounding, because it causes them to think about you and dwell upon you and miss you even more as they take these trips down memory lane. This card comes with number 51. If anyone resonates with number 51, that could be May 1st. It could be January 5th. It could also be the number 6 because 5 plus 1 equals 6. Oh, we have another 5 here with that 51. Change is coming to this connection with your person. I really believe that. I really feel that. But let's see what else is coming for this message today, please. Dark Night of the Soul. This card comes with number 3. So that could be March or it could be the 3rd of a month. Enhanced awareness of identity. Well, your person has needed an enhanced awareness of their identity. An extremely difficult and painful period. Well, yes. Personal and deep development of oneself. Well, hallelujah for that. So while your person has been resisting this growth by ghosting and running and denying the connection and everything else, they are having to go through a dark night of the soul, because remember I said, when the people upstairs say it's time to change, you can run from that change, you can try to resist it, but it's going to come for you regardless. I'm fighting my demons and re-examining my actions. It is life-altering and also extremely painful. Yes, it is. At times I fight against the changes, but I know it must happen for me to evolve. So, you guys watching the reading, you probably went through your own dark night when this person created this disconnect between the two of you. It is a very difficult time. It is a very lonely and isolating time, and it's really difficult to go through it, but we have no choice but to go through those dark nights of the soul. Do not feel sorry for your person. They need to have this experience. They need to wake up. They need to get moving, and they need to start coming back in your direction, because thinking about you and dwelling on you and dreaming about you seems to be something that is happening all the time for this person. They need this dark night experience because it is giving them the growth and the opportunity for transformation that they need so that they can come back and be a better partner for you. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. Let's see what else is coming through. What do we need to hear? Fragmentation of the soul, significant drama from past, irrational, unexplained fears, checking out in certain situations. Well, that would explain the ghosting and the silence, wouldn't it? Overreactions to seemingly small problems. So for you guys watching the reading, did your person overreact to things when you were spending time together before? Even the smallest, most insignificant things that could have been happening in your life? Did your person overreact to those things? Because I feel that that is what this is about. Fragmentation of the soul. This card comes with number 29, if anyone resonates with number 29. Although that could be September 2nd, it could be February 9th. It is also the number 11 because 2 plus 9 does equal 11. Let's see what this side says. I'm working on my self-worth. For a long time, I deemed myself as someone who didn't deserve love and happiness. I was always angry with my life and pushed love away because I thought I didn't deserve it. Well, that explains a lot about what your person's been going through. Not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, having a lack of self-worth and positive self-esteem, lacking confidence as well, creating a difficult scenario for them because they are having to deal with all of this stuff that's going on in this outer turmoil on their own, on that outer turmoil card on their own. And I do feel that that is something that has been very challenging for this person. And they are having to address all of these things by themselves on their own. But again, all of this is giving this person the powerful wake-up call that they need to get their act together, to come back towards you, to come in your direction so you can start rebuilding this relationship, because this 2 plus 9 equals 11, which is the number for union, and the number 2 as well is all about relationships. It is about balance and harmony in this connection with your person as you move forward, but significant drama from past. Your person probably has had a tumultuous past, a lot of drama in their past through past relationships. Perhaps they were only involved with people in the past who were toxic and dysfunctional. And if that is all your person has ever known when it comes to relationship partners, that is going to cause them to be toxic and dysfunctional in your relationship, even though you were not doing anything to support that toxic and dysfunctional behavior. Because it's all they have been used to, because it's all they've truly known, even though it wasn't toxic and dysfunctional when the two of you were spending time together, they are going to create it because that is what they're used to. That's what they're accustomed to. And all of this stuff, all of these things need to be gone, which is why your person is having this wake-up call. It's why they are having to experience this enhanced awareness of their identity so that they can heal all of this stuff and let it go so that it's no longer going to negatively affect the relationship, nor their irrational, unexplained fears. Fears. If you're going to go out and walk on the highway during the busiest time of the day, when the cars are zooming along at 80 miles an hour and someone tells you to go walk on the highway, well, you would have a fear of doing that, right? That is a rational fear, a rational fear. But irrational, unexplained fears are fears of love, fears of relationships, fears of being able to tell someone how they feel. And this is what your person is having to address and work on within themselves as well during the time that they are pretending to be Casper, the ghost here. But let's see what else. Let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to know? Angel numbers and symbols. Positive movement forward, divinely guided toward union, multiple messages through different forms. So I do feel that your person is seeing a lot of signs, a lot of numbers, a lot of synchronicities, a lot of things that are reminding them of you. Not that they need to be reminded of you, because they are doing that all on their own very well with that sentimentality, taking trips down memory lane and feeling very nostalgic moments that this person has. But I feel that this person is seeing things that are causing them to reflect upon you and the time you share together. I feel the powers that be are bombarding them with signs, because you have to remember, in these kind of connections, there is divine guidance and divine protection. And the people upstairs, your angels, your guides, the universe, God, the divine, whatever that higher power is, they're going to be trying to protect and guide this connection. And your person is seeing and understanding this now. It is truly part of the dark night of the soul experience, when we just surrender everything to God because we just can't take it anymore. We just let go and we say, Calgon, take me away. I am surrendering all of this to God, to my angels, to my guides, because I can't do this anymore. Your person can't fight their feelings anymore. They can't run anymore. They can't hide anymore. They're tired of being a ghost because they're hungry, because ghosts don't eat real food. That was a joke, guys, trying to lighten up the mood of the reading. But your person is seeing a lot of things, a lot of signs and synchronicities that are awakening them to the fact that it's time to get moving. This side of the card says, I am receiving many messages about you through numbers, symbols, and images. The universe is showing me my way back to you and you back to me. Well, yes, this is about your person coming back to you and the two of you joining together to come into union. Now, this card comes with number 8. If anyone resonates with the number 8, which is the infinity symbol on its side, right? And there is an infinite connection here between you and this person. You have an endless, infinite love with them because you have always been with them. Lifetime after lifetime. You have always found each other in each and every lifetime, and there is always some challenge that you both have to go through together in these lifetimes to figure yourselves out so that you can come back and get to the place of this union with each other. By building a better foundation for this relationship, by being better communicators, by going through the spiritual growth that you are both going through during this time, that they are ghosting, that they are silent while you are in this disconnected space. But number 8 as well could be the 8th of a month. It could also be August, because August is the 8th month, or any other way that the number 8 resonates with you guys watching the reading. But let's see what else. Self-love, learning to forgive oneself and others, healing their inner child with shadow work, recognizing the triggers that has affected them from moving forward. Well, yes, that comes back to this fragmentation of the soul card, because your person has had irrational, unexplained fears that have caused them to overreact to really small problems and issues. And that can be something that comes from this wounded inner child that your person has perhaps had for some time. Well, you would have it for some time, of course, because a wounded inner child is from when you were children. But if you have not worked through those issues and dealt with and loved that wounded inner child to heal that inner child, it can create a lot of problems in adulthood. And your person's been doing this, perhaps doing some shadow work. Shadow work is tough. Shadow work is hard because you are having to look at the deep, dark underbelly of the subconscious mind and address those things within ourselves that we just really do not want to look at. But we have to look at them because it is our obligation and our duty to ourselves and to the others who are in our life, but also to our souls. When we are carrying around so many fears and insecurities and self-doubts and lack of self-love, we can't live our best life. We're not feeling whole because so much of us is missing because we left it somewhere 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago when insert this thing happened. Your person is learning to love themselves is what this is about. This card comes with number 81. Which could be August 1st. It could be January 8th. 8 plus 1 does equal 9, which is the ending of a cycle. And I believe this is the ending of the cycle of separation. I've been working on my self-worth and I am recognizing the issues that have been holding me back. I'm trying to heal myself by loving myself first. Well, you have to love yourself first before you can truly love someone else. And your person has perhaps not loved themselves for much of their life. Perhaps someone way back a long time ago told them that they were not lovable or that they weren't worthy of love or that they were never going to find someone who was going to love them, whatever it was that happened for your person. And they have been carrying those words with them their entire life. What a horrible way to have to live. And for some of you watching the reading, perhaps you have gone through that as well. And that is harsh and it is hard. And we have to really work at letting that negative self-talk go and embracing a new way of living, a new way of being, a new way of talking to ourselves with positive reinforcement and self-love, as well as affirmations of self-love. And I feel that this is actually helping your person at the moment right now because they are coming back because they can see that ghosting you was probably the wrong thing to do because their life has been very unhappy without you. Magical and powerful. This card comes with number 28. New beginnings and alignment. Take action towards destiny. Creator of own reality through powers of manifesting. I used to limit my goals and place myself in a box based on what I was told I was capable of. See, this is self-limiting beliefs here. Since meeting you, that is your person saying to you, since meeting you, my views have expanded and I am trying to dream big. Because of you, I know I deserve more. And basically what they're saying here with this card is that you are their muse. You have inspired them. You have caused them to change and grow and evolve in ways that you are probably not even aware of, but they will share all of this with you when they come back, when they return, because they want you to know how appreciative and how grateful they are to you for how you have encouraged them and inspired them to go through these changes. You are a magical and powerful being as well, is what this card says. You guys watching the reading. This card, this magical and powerful card, does come with number 28. That could be February 10th. It could be August 2nd. 2 plus 8 does equal 10. And the number 10 resolves to 1, which is all about starting over, new beginnings, fresh starts happening in this connection with your person. But we're going to use some tarot cards now so that we can see what else we need to know about this person. But I really feel that what this is saying more than anything is that your person misses you. They've been going through a really difficult time, and not having your presence in their life to help them navigate these difficult times, I feel is something that's been very eye-opening for them. If you were in their life and present in their life, you would be there to help them work through whatever these issues are that are creating this outer turmoil. You couldn't help them go through a dark night of the soul. That's something that they have to go through by themselves. But they have to go through this because it's what's giving them the personal growth, self-awareness, and spiritual awakening that they need. But they're definitely getting it. They're definitely awakening because they are growing, evolving, and changing in so many ways right now because they don't want to be fearful. They don't want to live in that space of fear anymore. They don't want to be held back in other areas of their lives as well as this relationship because you have inspired them that they can be everything that they have always hoped, wished, or dreamed that they can be. You have given them that power. You have given them that knowledge by inspiring them to change, to grow, and evolve. And they have resisted this growth. They have resisted all of this. They thought that they could run from it, but they see now that they can't. But I feel as well that they are acknowledging through this reading, and what I'm feeling, or hearing rather, is that ghosting you was probably the worst decision they ever made. But they've probably also made many other bad decisions, poor choices in concern to this connection with you. But let's see what else we need to hear for this message today, please. What does the collective, what do we need to know? What does the collective need to hear? Well, this is the Ten of Swords. Well, this makes a lot of sense with the cards that we have on the table, actually. This is about your person going through a difficult time. The Ten of Swords is not a happy card. It is actually the worst card in the deck because it is about worry. It is about fear. It is about mental frustration. It is about a mental breakdown. Your person perhaps having a complete emotional breakdown, especially if this outer turmoil, these things that are happening in their life are causing them a lot of stress, causing them a lot of exhaustion, and just feeling like their emotions are all over the place. But as well, this Ten of Swords is a dark night of the soul experience. So your person is definitely having to go through this right now. They are having to grow and evolve. They thought that they could run from this transformation. They thought that if they just ghosted you and ran away, that they would be able to avoid this growth, that they wouldn't have to do this inner work, that they wouldn't have to do this self-discovery. But nope, nope. Not at all, because the universe comes along and says, hey, you have to wake up, and you're going to do it now because you have avoided it. You have tried to run from it. You have tried to ghost it, but you can't hide from it because you have to change when the universe says you have to change. And this is what's been happening for your person. But as well, this Ten of Swords, I feel, is telling us your person knows that when they hurt you, when they betrayed you, when they stabbed you in the back, metaphorically, of course, by bringing this damage into this relationship, they can feel that they brought it upon themselves as well. And it is giving them this heavy dose of wake-up call at the moment. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What does the collective need to know? Well, this is the Ace of Cups. Well, this is all about starting over. This is all about beginning again. This is about your person as well, being ready for love and being ready to open their heart to love. The deck that I'm using right now is one of our tarot decks, the Galaxy Tarot. And we put the meanings of the cards on the cards at the bottom. For those of you who are trying to learn tarot, or if you just like the cards, or if you are doing readings for yourself or for friends or family perhaps, or even professionally. So there is a link in the description for these cards, but we are moving on with this reading. Your person's going to be able to have their heart open and in alignment with yours as they come back. Now, what's interesting about the Ace of Cups as well, especially because we have this self-love card here, the Ace of Cups is also about self-love. It is about loving yourself. And as we already mentioned, I feel your person has perhaps not truly loved themselves. For some of you out there watching this reading, they are having to learn how to love themselves, because when you do have that self-love, you respect yourself. And when you respect yourself, you grow, evolve, and change when you need to, how you need to, no matter what. And this is something that your person is awakening to. They're seeing it, they're getting it, they are understanding it. But most importantly, this is about your person wanting to start over and start fresh with you. This is about them wanting to have this beautiful new beginning with you. because your person knows that you are the one for them. They can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop feeling this love that they feel for you. And they know that it's time to do something about it and come back towards you. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Well, this is the Six of Swords. Well, your person's definitely going through some changes at the moment with the Six of Swords showing up, because they are getting rid of all of their junk. They are getting rid of their garbage. They are getting rid of that emotional wounds and emotional baggage that they've been carrying around with them. They are getting rid of their fears, their illusions, their insecurities, their lack of confidence, their lack of self-love. They are going through this major transition that comes with the Six of Swords, because they are getting these powerful life lessons, whether they wanted them or not. They are being dropped on their head, and they are having to learn, transform, and grow and evolve right now. But as well, this Six of Swords is about your person communicating with you. It is the card of technology. So how do we communicate these days? We get that magical thing that's called a phone that has this green button on it, and all your person has to do is press that green button. And then the two of you can be connected. You can be talking, you can be texting, you can be in communication with each other. And that is what I feel your person wants to do, because life without you has awakened them to how unhappy they are without you by their side. They don't feel complete without you. They don't feel whole without you. And they want to get back to you, and they want to get back to this connection. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Well, this is the Two of Wands. This is about your person finding their personal power and getting their act together. But it's also about your person wanting to talk to you about their long-term goals and dreams that concern you and this relationship. It is about building a better relationship together. It is about them bridging this distance between you. It is about them opening the lines of communication so the two of you can start talking, so you can start sharing, so you can start spending time together, so you can start building a better relationship with each other. Your person feels this distance between you, this emotional distance, because there's been no communication for some of you for quite some time. But they know that they are the one who needs to be the initiator of this. They know that they need to reach out to you. They know that they need to take action. And that as well is what the Two of Wands is about. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Well, this is the Nine of Swords. Ooh, the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords together. Well, the Nine of Swords and Ten of Swords together kind of makes sense with some of the cards that we have on the table. Your person is feeling anxious, and if they're dealing with a lot of outer turmoil, things that are costing them a lot of money, of course they would feel anxious. They're worried, they're overwhelmed with life, they're stressed out. They are spending quite a bit of time overthinking. But as well, I feel this is about them not getting much sleep, because when they do try to go to bed, they think about you. They think about your memories. They relive all of these experiences that come with that sentimentality card. They think about what life with you could look like, what it will be like, wanting to have discussions with you about what they foresee as this life with you as the two of you come back together. But your person needs to be in this Nine of Swords space at the moment, because it is giving them powerful lesson that they need to grow and evolve. It is a tremendous opportunity for spiritual growth. Your person could have done this the easy way by making the changes when they were asked the first time by the powers that be, but they chose not to. So unfortunately, they are having to learn them the hard way. But again, don't feel sorry for them. This was their choice. It's all about choices, choices. If your person had made better choices, things would be very different between the two of you right now. But your person feeling some anxiety and worry that perhaps you won't be willing to take them back. But that is something that they will work through, because they want to get back to you and they want to get back to this connection with you. But let's see what else we need to know about this person and this connection, please. What does the collective need to know? What do we need to hear? The Nine of Cups. Well, this is ultimately a much better card than these other cards that we have on the table, because the Nine of Cups is all about happiness, joy, prosperity, peace, abundance, love. And your person saying that you fulfill everything that they have ever hoped, wished, or dreamed for when it comes to a romantic partner. They want to get back to you. They want to get back to this connection because they don't feel complete. They don't feel whole without you in their life. They're actually saying with this Nine of Cups that they are happiest when the two of you are together. But we have to also consider the Nine of Cups. Cups are ruled by the element of water, and this is about your person acknowledging that they feel so much love for you because the element of water is things like feelings, emotions, romance, love. Your person loves you. They may have denied it. They may have tried to run from it. They may be ghosting it. They may be sticking their head in the sand over it. But ultimately, the person that you love, the one who is on your mind, has deep feelings of love for you. And they are going to come back to start sharing this love with you, to tell you how they feel about you, because they want to start fresh and they want to start over. But they do realize through all of this that ghosting you was the wrong thing to do. And they're going to make a very big apology for that. And they want to make amends, and they will make sure that they never, ever do this with you ever again. You will be able to depend on them for communication as they come back into your life. They will be a better communicator. They will be where they say that they're going to be, because this person wants to show you that they're going to be dependable and reliable as they come back to rebuild this partnership with you. They are going through a dark night. They are in a place where they are having a really rough go of it. Don't feel sorry for them. You can send them love. You can send them light. You can have compassion for them from a distance. But feeling sorry for them, this is something that they need to go through. This is part of their soul journey for this lifetime that is going to support the perfection of their soul and make them a better person and a better partner for you. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching and allowing us to share your journey. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching today. Have a great day, everyone.